All right, let's take a look at sector area. First things first, a sector is this region that is defined by the green shading. Right, it's basically the region bound by the circular part of a circle and two radii. All right, so kind of looks like a big piece of pizza is a really easy way to look at it. All right, so in order to find the area of that, we're going to set up a really big proportion, and the proportion is something we're also going to use to find the actual length of this arc, which we'll talk about in a different video. But first things first, we need to come up with an angle measure for angle CBA. All right, let's say that is 103 degrees. I just made that up. So that'll go over here, 103. As you learned in a previous video, if a central angle is 103, then the arc that it opens up to is also 103. Next, we need a radius. In this case, let's say that the radius is 8 meters. All right, so to find out how much sort of space is in this shaded green region, we're going to set up the a really big proportion. All right, and the proportion is when we have a fraction equal to a fraction. The first fraction is going to be our degrees. So what you want to do is put 103 on top, and then put the whole circle on the bottom. Over here, you're going to put the sector area on top. That's what that stands for, sector area. That's what we're looking for. And then we're going to put the formula for the area of the entire circle, which is pi r squared. All right, so what we're basically doing here is we're going a portion of the circle, which is this arc measure, divided by the whole circle. So it's a portion divided by the whole is equal to the portion in green divided by the whole circle. The whole circle area is pi r squared. All right, so we're ready. 103 over 360 is equal to x over pi times 8 squared. 103 over 360, we're doing some simplification, is equal to x over, let's see, 8 squared is 8 times 8, it's 64 times pi. Now what you can do is you can multiply 360 times x, and then this denominator by 103, and then divide by 360, but that's kind of like doing too many steps, so let's keep it really simple. And if the x is in the top, we're going to keep it there. We're going to keep the 360 in the bottom, and all we're going to do to this thing is multiply it by 103. So 64 pi times 103 divided by 360. The only thing we're moving, I'll put this in a different color here, the only thing we're moving is this, and we're basically just moving it way up there. Alright, so now we're ready for our calculator. When you put this into your calculator, remember to put parentheses around the numerator. If you don't do that, you're not going to get the right answer. So what I'm typing in right now is 64 pi times 103. I close my parenthesis, divided by 360. So to recap there, the first thing I clicked on my calculator was an open parenthesis, 64 pi times 103. I closed that parenthesis, and then I hit divided by 360. And it'll give you your answer, 57.526. 526. This is let's see, an area, so we're in meters squared. That is the area of sector, we'll call that sector CBA. That is basically the area of the green region. So all this stuff right up here that's green, that is about 57.5 square meters.